All right, and the last one. This is by far the worst. This is from the ACLU, the American Civil Liberties Union. How far they have fallen. The state of Florida never provided medically necessary gender-affirming care to Dwayne Owen, causing her, he's a man, his, enormous suffering and violating her right to be free from cruel and unusual punishment for the more than 30 years she was in state custody. Now, I'm going to give you a little backstory. Dwayne Owen took the state of Florida 40 years to execute this guy. He was on death row inmate. They killed him. Do you want to know what Dwayne Owen did? Dwayne Owen stabbed 14-year-old Karen Slattery, a babysitter, 18 times in front of the kids she was babysitting, and then proceeded to repeatedly molest her corpse in front of them until police arrived. But remember, the real injustice here was that he did not receive the proper gender-affirming care when he was in prison. They robbed him of that right. The state of Florida, those are the villains. Those are the bad guys. Not the necrophiliac murderer. Pedophile necrophiliac murderer. Also, isn't it funny how every male rapist just all of a sudden decides he's a woman as soon as he gets convicted? It's crazy how that works, too. Crazy how they just decide they're a woman. Oh, yeah, maybe I might get what's coming to me if I go to prison. I'm a woman now. Put me in a cell with women. That's where I want to be. It's almost like they're gaming the system because you morons set them up for this. You people are sick. You had no idea that this was really going to be the case. And now the state of Florida kills a guy that should have been shot in the head 50 times like the other piece of shit in Nashville. Kills him 40 years too late, the 41 years too late. And your big concern is that they never provided the necessary gender-affirming care. You know what the necessary gender-affirming care for Dwayne Owen should have been? They should have tied him to a table and chopped his dick off while he was fully conscious. Castrated him on the table. That was the gender-affirming care that deserved. That's what he should have gotten. Not hormones. Not that he got to wear a dress. This is clearly a guy who's gaming the system, and you're falling for it. Even though deep in your heart of hearts, you know that that's not the case. You know this guy isn't actually transgender. You know this is someone gaming the system because he either doesn't want to get killed in men's prison or wants to take advantage of female prisoners. You know that's the case. But you are the perfect example of being so open-minded that your brains fall out. You have to go along with it because you know that your ideology, when questioned even in the slightest bit, falls apart like a house of cards. You know you can't break the ranks of inclusivity. You have to stand up for everyone, even the murdering necrophiliac pedophile. Even when you clearly know this isn't a transgender person, this is someone gaming the system, taking advantage of the idiotic woke crowd out there that's going to... I'm just so pissed off by that. The idiotic woke crowd out there that's going to eat it up like Thanksgiving turkey. You got to go along with it, though. Because you know that if you break ranks for even a second, that shows off the flaws that your ideology is riddled with. And you cannot have that. And that's why you do that. That's why you're on here. Instead of saying, hey, we're against the death. Listen, I'm not against the death penalty. I think there are certain people that should be fried. Absolutely. I think there are certain people that should die in the most cruel and unusual ways known to man. I'll admit that. But if you were to come out and say, hey, they shouldn't have killed this guy. I don't think the state has the right to execute someone. I could at least respect you from an ideological perspective, but you know this is bullshit. You know it's nothing to do with gender-affirming care. I didn't see any tweets for the victim. Didn't see anything about that. American Civil Liberties Union. Where were Karen Slattery's civil liberties? After she got murdered and then had her corpse molested in front of the kids she was babysitting repeatedly. Where were hers? I mean, I guarantee you if she wanted gender-affirming care, you'd be outraged. Disgusting. Disgusting. This is the current state of the American left. This is it right here. And don't think for a second that this isn't the sign of a bigger trend to come. They're already doing it. They're already doing it. They will absolutely shill for the murdering necrophiliac pedophiles. In a heartbeat. They will do it at the expense of you and your family. Because they have declared civil war. It's bad. This isn't going to get better. And like I said, The side that just minds their own business doesn't win. I'm not saying get violent. That's not what I would never say that. We're not there yet. I'm not saying that. But stuff has got to change. Stuff has got to change because this isn't some moron on Twitter. This is the ACLU. The ACLU, a necrophiliac murdering pedophile, gets put to death in the state of Florida. And they're upset that this freak didn't get the proper gender-affirming care. That is a problem. That was once a respected institution in this country. Be careful, it's only going to get stupider. You did post a follow-up to that tweet. I want to be fair to them. They did post a follow-up the same day to where they said, Owen says that she should be accorded the essence of human dignity and be allowed to become who she was meant to be before her death. No one should be killed by the state. The time to end the racist, unfair, and cruel death penalty is now. If they would have led with that, would have at least been respectable. But no, all the other stuff. So no, it wasn't an apology tweet they followed with. She should be accorded the essence of human dignity. Where was the human dignity to the 14-year-old girl you stabbed 18 times? Or the kids that had to watch it that are going to grow up traumatized? Become who she was meant to be. The 14-year-old girl, what was she meant to be? I guess we'll never know because you stabbed her 18 times. I don't know. Guess you never know. And raped her corpse. What about the kids that she was babysitting? What about them? Did they, who are they supposed to be? I guarantee they won't be it now because some freak traumatized them. But God forbid we deny you your gender affirming. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, be sure to click the link in the description to get the full episode on Rumble. If you prefer to listen along, you could actually get us on Spotify, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio. You can also go to www.outlawstreamers.com to learn more about not just my show, but tons of other great shows and all the exciting projects they have coming up. Follow my socials at Caleb Isn't Funny on Twitter and Instagram, at Caleb Salvatore Comedy on the Chinese Spy app that is TikTok, and be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks, and we'll see you every Saturday for brand new episodes of That's Based. Peace.